Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's very short meeting with Gabriella Barta and myself. I'm Imola, and I'm going to talk to my friend Gabriella Barta, who is a coach, an international coach with a vast experience. And she's going to introduce us a special and unique coaching modality, which is brand new, and it uses a combination of intuition and coaching. So I think if you ever have fears or worries about money, then this may be a great session for you to learn some tips and tricks and learn more about this modality and how can it help you. Gabriella, can you start with explaining a little bit about what this is and how does it work?
Thank you, Imola, for inviting me and having me here, and welcome everybody. So as you said in the beginning, it's a combination. This modality is a combination of intuition and coaching. So I usually started with coaching. I was a coach when I was 29 years old. So that was very early stage. And I was really much in love with this modality of coaching. I really loved it very much. But as I went through, as I was working with more and more clients, what I've seen is that I need something else that can look a bit deeper, or that can help me to look behind the curtain. And what do I mean behind the curtain? So studies have shown that we are mostly controlled by our subconscious mind. And the trick with the subconscious mind is that you don't see it. So you need something or somebody who can help to look into the subconscious mind. So this is when I found this modality, which is, it's called Intuyching. So it's basically intuitive, chi, and energy. So it's a mixture of those three words. And with that, you can easily tap into what's going on in the subconscious mind. And for me, this gave great results. And I see my clients also thriving after working with that as well.
So how does this work? I think it's very interesting to understand, you're tapping into another level that usually coaching doesn't cover. It's almost like we're moving away from a Western method towards an Eastern method where we look at subconscious and a few other layers that normally we don't see. So obviously, how can you access this level? Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah. Well, actually, let me just reflect to what you said. So you said that moving away from West and going to East. So this modality is trying to combine the knowledge of both. So, the new science of quantum physics and also psychology, they have great results and great, stuff that they have found out. But also, if you look at West and we look at the chakras and the meridians, they also have very ancient and deep knowledge. And I think in this challenging time that we have, we are best when we combine the both. And not just East and West, or East knowledge or West knowledge, but also to combine spirituality and science. And this is what this methodology does. But let me explain how it works. So when I work with my clients, I use three tools. First and foremost is my intuition. I have been always a very intuitive and sensitive child. I'm sure lots of people who will listen to this video, they can relate to that. These are people who can always feel the other person's energy. They can feel when something is not going well. Sometimes it can be a burden, but actually the goal is how to turn this into a mission, or how to turn it into a blessing. So I'm using my intuition. That's the number one thing. And, with intuition, there are lots of people working with intuition, and intuition comes into your head, right? So that's usually where it goes. And lots of people have, and also I had challenges with seeing the difference, whether a thought is coming from your intuition or whether a thought is coming from your ego or coming from the negative place. And it's not very easy to make a difference. And this is why my mentor has created a system for this, which is basically, it's an application on iPad. Let me just show you quickly. Here on application, you can see words and sentences. There are many charts. And the third thing I also use a pendulum. And I basically go to my chart and I'm asking for information through this channel, through this chart. And in this way, I can make sure that the information is not coming just from my mind. I'm not making it up. It's coming from a pure source, from the higher self.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what can this method help with, or modality help in? What areas of life, or what subjects or topics?
Yeah, so over these 10 years of experience that I had with clients, most of the people have three areas where they have challenges. One is obviously money. The reason I'm saying obviously is it has been challenging before, but now with the war and also these global changes, there is more fear and anxiety around money. The other one is connections and relationships. We all have challenging relationships. And the third one is health or body challenges. And from all those things, I usually focus on money flow. That's one of my favorite topics. It just is very close to my heart. And what I can help the clients to tap into subconscious money blocks. So usually the clients that come to me, they have two problems with money. One is that they are not able to easily manifest money. So it's like stagnating, or it's not coming easily in. And the other problem they might have is that money is coming in, but it's going out immediately. They are spending, they are not able to invest, they are not able to save any money. And some people have a combination of both. So usually there are some root causes behind these symptoms. The root causes are usually, so either it can be blocks or limiting beliefs brought from childhood, from your parents, but not just from your parents, but from your ancestral line. This has been also proven by science that we all carry 14 generational stuff in our shoulders. And when you think of 14 generation back, there's so many things happened around money, not just around money, but generally speaking as well. When we look at this subconscious stuff, or the limits that they are there, and we can transform it into some positive energies, things start to flow, and things are going easily.
Do you think we can have a small demonstration of how this works?
Yes, definitely. We can do that. But before we do the demonstration, I wanted to share that if you ever want to be a rock star in money manifestation, you need to look at 3 layers. So first is mindset and the conscious mind. So what is in your mind around money flow? That's the easiest, or most people look at that. The next one is the subconscious. What is in the subconscious area? What blocks did you bring? And the third one is the super consciousness. So that means connection to universe. So how are you with universe, God? Are they helping you, or are they blocking you? For example, I was working with a dear client of mine. She was religious, and she is still religious. And she thought in her mind, she had a thinking that God does not want her to be rich, and lots of people in this world have this limiting belief. So if you want to think about India, for example, they all have this limiting belief that spirituality is not okay. So you are not able to go into high spirituality if you are wealthy. So somehow those two are not matching.
So it's almost like money is connected with sin, the idea of sin and wanting more. And do you find that a lot of people have that kind of misconception, or unconscious kind of bias towards being rich?
Yeah, we all do at some level. It's just, like some person has a bit more coming from their parents, and some people have it more coming from God or universe, but we all have at some level. And this is why I suggest to have like a bigger session, not a bigger session, sorry, like suggest to have a program where we can work on a longer term in order to clear all of those. And sure, let's have a demonstration. And then we will check for you what would be the limiting beliefs around money and how can we transform them, okay?
Sounds great.
Perfect. So basically, then I'm taking my pendulum, and the pendulum is really a tool. So some people have fear around pendulum because it looks a bit witchy, but it's basically, it's connected to your intuition. So it helps to make your intuition clear. And you can actually use your hand, or some people would use their body. So there are other methods where the intuition is coming through the body. So if the answer is yes, then your body is leaning forward. If the answer is no, the body is leaning back. So either way, the pendulum is just a beautiful, nice tool helping us. So I am checking what is the limiting belief around money that is now in your field. So the one coming up is, I must save more.
Yes, that's always true.
That's always
That's absolutely true. Yes,
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah.
And you know, saving, so in Hungarian, we have two words for saving. So saving would be not necessarily bad, because it would be like I'm keeping some of the money I'm investing. But saving might have a negative energy as well, which means that there is never enough. There is not enough, so I must hang on to that. And I think this is what is meant here. And usually when we look at our parents or grandparents, they also have this energy that you must save, you cannot, you know, enjoy money. So based on I forgot to mention that this modality is working on the results of the quantum physics, and they said that whenever you observe something, based on the observation, it is immediately changing. So right now this energy is transforming as we speak about it, and I am telling you what is the positive energy coming to you. The positive sentence coming to you is, I am manifesting endless number of opportunities. Okay, so that would be shifting your focus from the scarcity or from not having enough into abundant of possibilities. Okay. Yeah, and if you would be my client, and after the session, I would give a homework where you can work on that, where you can deepen this belief. Because usually beliefs are strongly anchored in your mindset, in your brain. So we need to have some kind of modality or help in order to shift them so that you can have a new brain pathway. Okay, so that was one layer on money. Let me look at another layer. What else is there? There's some kind of disappointment showing up. So maybe you might be disappointed in yourself that you are not saving enough, or some kind of disappointment that there is not enough. And also danger is showing up. So that might maybe mean that if I'm not saving enough, it might be dangerous that we are running out because we need to pay certain stuff. So that's are showing up. Can you relate to those somehow?
Yes. I was just thinking about, you know, where could this come from? And just recently, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Just recently, I've seen a lot of ads targeted to people in my age to just say that, you know, if you don't start saving up for your retirement, you will, you know, you really should start saving up, but start saving up more. And so I started immediately, you know, I've jumped ahead and started imagining myself, I'm retired, and look back at what I've saved, and I thought, oh, we're not really in a great position. And you're absolutely right. I mean, I actually don't think that this was a conscious thought, or even that I was aware how much this thought has been stressing me out. But you're absolutely right, when it comes to saving and disappointment, this all kind of comes together in this. And to be fair, I think I'm not even the only one. I think there's a lot of us now being targeted. Obviously, there's a lot of finance companies who could benefit from people suddenly being scared and investing. So maybe that's what really got to me. But definitely, I definitely feel that kind of connection with the disappointment and with the saving, having to save more. They both kind of, yes, that's
coming together. Okay, thank you. And I loved how you put it, Imola, that something is in the back of your mind. So this is what I would maybe call subconscious thought, that you are not really aware, but like somewhere it's bothering you. And like most people, they feel like they are frustrated, irritated, and they are not really sure what's going on. And this is why the system is so beautiful, that it can bring it to the surface, that this is your problem, this is bothering you, and here, this is how you can change it. Okay, so let's transform it around money. So what you are receiving is, so the word or the energy joyful is coming up. So maybe being joyful around what you have, or maybe also looking at saving from a joyous place, joyful place, like doing it not with guilt, or because this is kind of targeting guilt or bad feelings, doing it from a place of joy, calmness. And calmness is like key, because actually it has been also proven by studies that whenever we have stress, we are actually become dumber. So we are, like, I think 30% less intelligent. So when you have less intelligence, you're not able to make cool decisions. But when you can connect to this calmness energy, then you can make wiser stuff. Okay, and the energy sexy and attractive is coming to you. So I'm not sure why you need that, maybe to attract more money or something like that. Okay, and then as a homework, I would give you also a color that helps with more money flow. And in this case, it would be the color of orange. So I would then tell my client to wear something orangey for the next couple of days. It would be cool if to have some kind of t-shirt, but if not, a bracelet would do as well. Okay.
So this is, how would we take this forward? If I was your client, and this would have been probably our first session, more or less.
Yeah, something like this.
I would have probably got then a homework, and then what are we expecting as results coming out of our work, our time working together?
Well, usually already one single session is able to move energy, and people are seeing money showing up. Like most of my clients, they tell me that money starts coming up from unexpected places. Like they find it on the street, somebody get money wired back from a total unexpected place. So even one session can move the energy. So the flow is starting. But also, of course, our word is not saying what I am saying in a session. So if you start, after one session, we go and watch the media, or we go listen to how other people are complaining, you can fall back into the same place. This is why I suggest to have a program with me where we can consistently work on the same topic for at least 2 or 3 months, so that this can really be engraved into you, so that your subconscious would be having the new patterns. So not the limiting patterns, but your subconscious would be holding the new patterns. And when you have the new patterns in the subconscious, it's really easy and flowy from then.
That sounds really good. So can you tell me a few examples of how did this work? Like maybe not specifics, but how did this work for your previous clients in real life? Like what was the most surprising result that they've got out of this?
Well, one person comes to my mind. He's a male client, and he has been looking for a job for 5 years now, and he has not been getting any results. And after one session, he just got his dream job, and he said, "Gabi, this stuff is really good. I need to buy more from you because this is amazing."
That sounds really good.
So as I said, like you can get results from one already, but then like to repeat it, that's the best, because we need consistency so much, because we have been having these old patterns for longer times, maybe 40, 50 years, and to undo it or redo it, we need also time for that.
That sounds really good. Well, thank you so much for being here with me today. And thank you for sharing all this, and thank you for looking into my own case. This was very, very, very useful, and I'll take it away from me. I'll be wearing orange next few days. So thank you so much, and it was lovely talking to you, and wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you, Imola, for your time as well, and many blessings to you and your family. Thank you, and bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.